Hey guys, Derek Giovanni, Derek G Photography here. Hey, I want to talk to you guys about something that happened in studio the other day where I made a mistake. I think it's important for us to bring out the mistakes that we make in studio. So if you check out this video right here, you'll see a mistake that I made when I went into studio. And basically the mistake was that, so I went out and I bought Lindsay Adler's Optical Spot. And I was like super excited. And this was like 6 months ago, maybe even longer than that. I've been holding on to it for a while. I bought it, I haven't really used it until the other day. Now what I did was I went and I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I did some exploration to figure out exactly how this thing is supposed to work, right, in studio. So I realized the product comes with this particular lens right here. Let me get it. So the Optical Spot comes with, this right here is the lens that comes with the Optical Spot. And out of the box, it is a much tighter lens. It's not as wide as some of the other lenses that I have. And what was happening was, when it was casting this window against my backdrop, the window was really, really small. Now, when I watched the YouTube videos, I recalled that the Optical Spot works with Canon lenses, and I have a ton of Canon lenses. So if I had just remembered from that video that I was supposed to switch this out for a 50mm Canon lens, which is what I already had, you can basically get that window much, much bigger in a smaller space. Now I learned that from these videos and I basically stored it in my memory banks up here, but I completely forgot about it when the time came, right? So when I'm actually in a shoot and I'm working with somebody, I bust this thing out for the first time, I set it up and I use this guy out of the box because it's in the box, right? It's a great lens. But what was happening was, it was casting a really, really small window onto my backdrop. And at that time, I'm already into the shoot. And I really don't want to slow us down by figuring out what the heck I'm doing wrong. So eventually I put the Optical Spot away and I focused on other things, right? And then when I went back after the shoot, I realized what I did wrong. I forgot about that training video that told me that I'm supposed to sub this out for other lenses, for a wider lens, for a 50mm lens. And I don't know if you can see it, but so now it's casting this really big window on my backdrop, but this is what I wanted. So I made a mistake. My mistake was that I went into this thing, first of all, thinking I knew exactly what I needed to do with this Optical Spot, that's mistake number one, right? But mistake number two was, I watched all these YouTube videos, I watched these trainings about the Optical Spot, knowing full well in my memory bank somewhere that I'm supposed to sub these lenses out. So the day of the shoot, I bust this Optical Spot out and I start using it while the model's in studio. I didn't open up the Optical Spot before the shoot. I never played with it before the model came into the studio. And I got caught because I didn't know how to use it. So the one thing that I'm trying to say to you guys today is, don't rely on the trainings and all of these things to get you to where you need to be with regards to your photography or videography. Play with the stuff first. Learn how to use it, right? Get it out of the box, set it up. I have my mannequin here, oh look, she's kind of tilted. So this is one of my best friends in studio. Her name's Monica the mannequin, and I use her a lot in studio to get the lighting where I want to be, right? And usually I'm pretty good at this, right? I'm pretty good at doing this stuff before the model comes in and just setting things up and making sure I understand. But this particular day, I completely did not do that, right? I bust a new piece of gear out without ever playing with it, without ever learning about how to use this thing. And by the time the shoot started, it was too late because I didn't understand how to use it. The amount of time that we had to shoot was limited, right? So I didn't want to spend that amount of time learning how to use this piece of gear. I decided at that point I was going to switch up to bigger umbrellas and softboxes and the things that I'm used to in studio to get my desired results. So that was bad on me. So, the one thing I did want to just tell you is, when you get a new piece of gear, absolutely go to YouTube, go to Instagram, buy a training. I think training is extremely important. I think a lot of people spend a lot of time on the gear and not enough time on the training. which involves training and doing, right? Learning how to use the stuff that you buy and using it, right? If you're gonna buy a piece of gear, you should use it. So yeah, I mean, just spend a little bit of time learning how to use this gear and it will pay off in spades. And on this particular day, for me, unfortunately, it just did not. This is Derek Giovanni, Derek G Photography signing out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I have shoot number 3 coming up on Saturday, shoot number 4 on Sunday in studio. These are the first 4 shoots in studio. And then after that, I got an open book. So you guys interested in coming and working with me? Let's figure this stuff out together. Let's learn how to do this stuff together, and let's do this stuff together, because that's how you learn.